Right, Ash, what video game has the best value for money? That's not a video game, nor...
Help me! See, the most value for money, it's kind of, it takes me back, because the game that I would consider to have the most value for money as a kid was Diablo 2. That was my first sort of like real foray into the PC gaming world, and I absolutely loved it. I mean, you got your dark fantasy there, you can go online with your friends. The value for money for me was only £10 because I bought it secondhand off of a mate. So therefore, I'd got a lot of bang for my buck. But this kind of leads into a second story, which is for my mum, the cost was much higher. Not only did she lose her precious son for all of those hours doing that silly little game that she thought, but I also managed to rack up, because this was back in the day we had dial-up internet speed where you didn't pay a flat monthly fee, you paid per usage. In 1 month, I managed to rack up a £120-something bill, and as a 14-year-old kid, that was quite astronomically high. And so the long and short of this is that I actually had to go and get a job to pay her back after this. So Diablo 2 managed to get me into the world of work. So the value for money is it taught me the value of money.
Woo! All right, Christopher Nolan. Well, I'm going to lay out some rules. So for this, I started thinking of, if you set a retail price, like it's like 50, 60 pounds in the UK, it changes a bit. But I was like, how much bang for your buck can you get? Because sometimes you get a AAA game and you burn through it in like an afternoon and you're done. But I'm sort of trying to think of like how much, when you compare all those games that you can get for full price, how much, replayability and general oomph do you get from a certain thing? So I'm going to go with The Witcher 3, a game that I've got about 600 hours in, and I still don't feel like I've seen all of. Because I just think that the way that CDPR took Andrzej Sapkowski's original books and literally just fleshed out an entire world of stuff to see and do, I've just never got tired of it. And another part of that is complete subjectivity. I love the Witcher mythos. I love the way that magic works in that universe, and I want to talk to every single character, and I want to try and... I didn't realise that there's geese in that game, little sort of running around, little geese men. And so if you've played Untitled Goose Game, when you go back into that game, there's a little goose running around, and I just chased him for about 10 minutes as well. It's a really good thing to do if you're a fan of the Switch game. But even then, the amount of detail that's in there is the thing that keeps me there. And to this day, I still have unfinished wanted contracts and monster contracts and things like that to go out and do, because I've just never got tired of it. I even was going to buy it on the Switch just to sort of play it in between the times that I'm playing it. That's how much I want to be in the Witcher 3 world. I haven't got much else to say other than that I absolutely adore the Witcher 3.
Well, I could start off by going the big ones like the Skyrims and the Fallouts, or I could be like the free-to-play ones like, those Fortnite games, or, I could say PUBG is 1,000 hours. But what I'm going to go with is Gears 5. Now, before I get stopped there, Gears 5 for me cost a couple of pounds because, we have a magic person called Phil Spencer, and he decided to go, Game Pass, everything Microsoft puts out first party is now going to be on Game Pass. So I just get Gears 5, got that. 129 hours there, 80 of them in Horde. I've got a problem, help me. Just keep playing it. Just the perfect, play the story, play in different ways, go through the multiplayer. We've got some new ones like 2-on-2 Nashi. You want some shotguns. You want those shotguns that everyone hates in that game, splat in your face, dead. Or just play Horde. Just play Horde for hours and hours on end. But what the real point of this is, Game Pass is the best value for money because Game Pass is so damn cheap. Combined with your Xbox Live game Gold, got Devil May Cry on there, Resident Evil 4 because you've got to play that 100 times, Outer Worlds on there, Outer Wilds, Rage 2. I've just been...
This isn't an advert for it, mate.
Yeah, it is.
It feels like you're definitely going to full mode.
It's just like Phil Spencer is the best value for money in video games, not Don Matrick. But yeah, Gears 5.
But the thing as well is that, you would feel like such an idiot if you had actually paid full price for any of the
I see Gears 5 on the shelf for like £50 still. I'm like, what are you doing? Who's buying this? I was going to buy it. They would have got that £50 to me. I got a special edition of Gears 4 free. But no, can't. I bought Gears 4 and then they put it on Game Pass and I was so annoyed. So now you just wait for everything to go on Game Pass.
Learn your lesson.
Yeah.
That's the life lesson you're talking about.
The moral of the story is give us 50 quid.
Give me 50 quid and you can have Game Pass.
Yeah, give us 50 quid.
But yeah, Gears 5's good.
Look, I really racked my brain on this one because I wanted to choose something different that I don't always talk about, but I can't get away from the objective truth, and that's because the answer is Red Dead Redemption 2. I've mentioned it on a few Chatty Faces and a few videos. You might have seen some of them. I love this bloody thing, and I would spend all of my waking hours in this world if I could, if I didn't have a job, if I didn't have responsibilities, if I didn't have to pay the bills. I would spend it all playing poker in Red Dead 2 because that's what I'd been doing. When I played through it originally, I didn't rush through the game. I spent 70 hours in it, but you want to get through the story. I'm going through it again now, and I just want to, embrace these characters, and I want to spend time with them. I've spent so much time just in the camp, talking to people, like I said, playing poker, playing dominoes. It's just, even though I could get those experiences elsewhere, when it's set against the backdrop of this gorgeous open world Rockstar have created, and these characters that I genuinely love, I think that it's not time wasted. Even though that it's just busy work and it's kind of meaningless, it feels rewarding to do. Like, I'm there having a game of poker and I'm just, chilling out with Lenny, and it feels good, and it makes the eventual, fracture of the camp feel even more impactful. I just think there's so much to do in this game, and it all feels sort of meaningful and meditative, and you just get a good feeling from just going out to hunt, going out to do the story missions, exploring, finding treasures. In any other games, if it was an Ubisoft game, I would think that was just sort of pointless, boring, busy work, and I'd want to get to the meat of it. But everything in Red Dead Redemption 2 is the meat of it, in my opinion. If you're in the mood for that sort of slower paced game, there is nothing better than it, and you can just spend so much time enjoying it and returning to it, because I think that because there's so much going on and there's so many characters and there's so many things you miss, I think that even on multiple playthroughs you'll find something new, and you'll find something that you missed before that'll make you love it even more, and it's just really good, isn't it?
How much of that time is you walking around really slowly?
Yeah, but Benroy, I can think of things like the inevitability of death, the fact that I'm growing old, the fact that when I get back to camp, Lenny will be there with a hot mug of stew waiting to play some poker with me.
I think it'd have to be an open world RPG. In reality, it's going to be something like Skyrim or Oblivion, the things that I've spent the most time in of my life. So therefore, best value for money in the way that I've spent the least money for the most time. Like, even if it was 60, 70 quid when it comes out, it's the amount of time that has been garnered from that is well worth it. Witcher as well, and Mass Effect, and even Sly Raccoon, I've played a million times. But the one that I'm going to talk about today is the one that is quite literally the best value for money because it's free, and that is Jurassic Park Builder, which is really...
What? I've not even heard of this.
Yes, it got changed in 2015 to Jurassic World, the game. But it's basically it's a freemium, mobile game where you just build Jurassic Park enclosures with the dinosaurs in, and it's just basically like a world builder one, like Simpsons Tapped Out or anything like that, where it obviously makes you pay loads of money to build things and buy gems and find amber and then grow your park, and all of the people from the films talk to you and oh, what's going on here? Go find some stuff. But basically I figured out a way to glitch it so that I didn't have to pay anything. What? So that is the best value for money because it was free to download, it didn't cost me anything. And I figured out it was broken. It was 2012 when I had this game, when it first came out. And there was a thing where if I locked my phone at a certain point when it did something, it would crash, and when I reopened it, it'd gone forward 24 hours, all of my things would be finished, so I didn't have to wait for the things to finish building. So I had the biggest, best, most beautiful, bounteous Jurassic Park builded world, and it cost me not a penny, brother. But yeah, I started putting money in for the stuff that they charge for, the big coin things, rather than the actual cash stuff, because there's only certain things that were locked behind a paywall. But I didn't spend much, and I did have the best dinosaurs, and it was a beautiful park, and then I abandoned it and never looked at it again because I thought, what's the point in this? I'll just keep cheating the game to get all the stuff, and then I'd go and see my dinosaurs and listen to the really bad sound effects and be like, oh, this is wonderful, I'm having a great time. But I haven't done it in a while, and it's changed now, so I can't use my glitch, so it's not good value for money anymore.
You thought you played God. You thought you didn't know what you had. Now you're selling it. You're selling it. You're selling it. Jurassic Park reference. No. Fine.
Hey everyone, thank you so much for watching. Now, if you want more chatty faces, why not watch through the rest of our playlist? But I just want to say a big thank you to the brilliant channel sponsors for voting on this week's chatty question. And if you want to join the vote, then why not consider hitting the join button and becoming a sponsor today? And we will see you next week. Bye!